Nope.
The owl fell asleep. We are live, but
There we go. There we are.
But we don't have Chad.
we do, but his video is off.
Oh. Okay,
There he is.
there he is. Welcome, Chad.
Hi. Can you guys hear me all right?
All right, welcome everyone to this public meeting. It is March 15th, 2022, and it is 5:45 PM. The applicant is Eganville Apartments, Inc. Being 5:45, this meeting held by council under section 34 of the Planning Act is now called to order. Members are to state any pecuniary interest in the general nature thereof before items are discussed. Are there any declarations this evening?
Yes, just mine. I will be declaring perceived conflict of interest at the public meeting for the rezoning of 68 Queen Street scheduled today. I will most likely be involved with the redevelopment of the property and do want this impact the decisions of council. So I'll remove myself from the table.
Thank you very much. And just for the public, Councillor Patrick has in fact signed his conflict of interest papers. This public meeting is to consider an amendment to the Township of Bonnechere Valley zoning bylaw 2006-28 to rezone a 0.31 hectare, 0.76 acre property to permit a new 20-unit two-story apartment dwelling. The effect of this amendment is to rezone the subject lands from community facility to residential to exception 8, holding R2-0E8-H to permit the proposed use. The R2, oh, and my computer just went down. Nope, now it's back up. Sorry, computer problems all day. The R2-E8 zone will permit a maximum of 20 apartment units, a reduced 5.7 meter front yard depth on Queen Street, a reduced 2.44 meter west side yard width, parking in the front yard and east side yard. The holding symbol will only permit existing uses until the holding is removed by a bylaw passed by council. The condition for removing the holding symbol is the submission of a phase 1 and phase 2 environmental site assessment, the filing of a record of site condition in the registry and an approved site plan. All of the other provisions of the zoning bylaw will apply. The public meeting is a requirement of the Planning Act. In accordance with the Planning Act, notice must be given at least 20 days before the public meeting is held. Would the clerk please report on the circulation of notice?
The notice was circulated to all property owners within 120 meters of the subject property on 68 Queen Street. The notice was mailed to the agencies as required under the Planning Act. The notice was also published in the Eganville Leader, and it was on the township website.
Thank you very much. The 20-day notice having been given, I now declare the meeting properly constituted to transact its business. Would the clerk please report on any written comments received?
There wasn't any.
Do any members of the public wish to speak to the amendment? Do we have anybody? Nope. Okay. Let it be known that there is nobody in the waiting room, nobody else on our Zoom. Does the owner or agent for the property wish to speak to the amendment?
If you have any questions, I will, but other than that, no, I'm good.
Thank you. Are there any questions, comments from members of council? This therefore completes the public meeting process. Council will give careful consideration to the arguments for well, we don't have to do that. The bylaw will be brought forward to the April 5th, 2022 meeting of council for consideration and passing. Should this bylaw be passed, a notice of passing will then be circulated as required under the Planning Act, and there would be an appeal period after the notice of passing was sent out of 20 days. Any person wishing to receive written notice of the adoption of the amendment being considered at this meeting must leave their name and mailing address with the township clerk in writing or using the chat function if attending by Zoom, but nobody is. As required by section 34, 14.5 of the Planning Act, council is required to inform the public of who is entitled to appeal to the Ontario Land Tribunal under section 411 and 19. Under section 3411, if council decides to refuse an application or refuses to, oh, well, we're not there. And that all being said, I don't have to read all of that because it's all good, right?
Well, unless, it's just to notify people they have the right to, like, the applicant could appeal, the public could appeal, but we don't have anybody, opposed
I
or
was-
so.
Okay, so I declare this public meeting closed at 5:50 PM. Thank you. Thanks, Chad.
Thanks.